Welcome to Last Resort with Stan, your first and last resort for snowboard news. I'd like to do this episode fast, without looking dumb. Learned it at Laax. Windy conditions at the Laax Open found many riders in a sticky situation as they started taping their pants for speed, I guess. I mean, if you need to wear tighter pants to spin big, at least grow a pair, throw on a pair of zebras like the OG, and do it right. But remember, people, for every negative reaction, there is a positive reaction. And it is no coincidence in my mind that while Tapegate was going on at Laax, in the same resort, young Dolly actually released these pants. Checks and balances. All right, let's talk about X Games. Many people in the US had trouble finding the X Games stream. Definitely didn't have to do with the fact that they had partnered with one of the iconic greats of streaming, Roku, but it had more to do with the fact that in the women's slope, they just weren't streaming it live. I'm guessing this was some sort of technical difficulty. Now, I'm not going to crucify them for technical difficulties. Sure, the audio was completely ruined for the entire third run of women's slopestyle, arguably the best event at X Games. I mean, it was just 30 seconds at a time of like rights-free music, completely shuffling genres like some sort of Helen Keller-esque DJ. I mean, this is a real clip from women's slope finals. I think maybe my biggest takeaway from X Games and what Jeremy Bloom, the new CEO, is attempting to do is I think he's just using X Games as a drug mule to try and get AI judging and refereeing into all major sports. I'm pretty sure. I mean, with this continuation of Owl AI, it's just funny because it's like, okay, Owl AI, whose idea was it to give Owl AI such a nerdy fucking voice?
Owl here. I've analyzed every rider, frame by frame. Throughout this competition, I'll be tracking jump height, rotations, landing impact, run difficulty, and consistency.
Like, what? At least make it sound like Lucas Magoon or something. Make it hard to understand. It's barking in the middle for no reason. I don't know, make it interesting. Men's Big Air was kind of the classic Army G-Force machine test, where riders were just spinning into their own death. But to the people that were saying, why can't we have style in Big Air? It's like, well, they did give us Knuckle Huck, okay? Which I'm not saying necessarily is style, but it is a great indicator that the only way you can get people to not do 19s and 21s in the X Games is to literally take the jump away. Snowboarding at the X Games was never like really this counterculture thing, anti-establishment, but the only glimpse of that was an Egan wins sweatshirt. Abolish ice. Fuck yes, Egan. I mean, and Zeb, it's gotta hurt to lose to the little board. You do the whole thing with the big board. Haldor comes with the little board. That's gotta hurt, right? But no, the real cringe of X Games comes not within the contests themselves, but really just every single second in between the contests. We went from thinking the X Games couldn't get worse than Young Gravy to like now. It reminds me of, honestly, when Trump was president the first time, and when he was president again, we were like, it can't get worse, right? And it did. Boy, did it. I mean, I can't decide what's more likely, actually. That Trump gets a third term, or that in the next X Games, there is scooter cross. Okay, and actually, honestly, not a bad idea. I feel like the Roku audience loves scootering. Also entering the big contest game, the Rockstar Open, had the industry kind of buzzing. And to be honest, I hadn't seen, so many people try and impress Rockstar since CEO Jeremy Bloom posted this photo with Gunna and Justin Bieber with a caption that implied they were on the same level of fame. I did think the Rockstar Open was cool, and no one's mad about the impromptu 10K hip contest. Except for maybe Rockstar riders who probably asked for money to film a video project, and Rockstar said no because they didn't have the budget, and all we got was Carpe Diem. But, it's all jokes. Don't get your pants taped about it. The Olympic season is upon us, and if there's one thing we know that the Olympics is good for, it is incredible brand partnerships. And by far, the winner of this category right now is America's own Red Gerard. Starting strong with a Man Wipes commercial sponsoring the scented Man Wipes menthol. I mean, the Man Wipes deal coming directly after the Chipotle brand deal, that's just good brand storytelling, okay? I think Man Wipes is a great sponsor to have. You fall in finals, bigger brand deal. Even Red Gerard wipes out. Maybe you could get a pro model, red, white, and brown. I don't know. And while I did want to stay focused on the major televised snowboard events, is Roku considered televised? Yeah. If you like Pink Panther reruns, it certainly is. But no, besides the major contests leading into the Olympics, there's a couple things we should talk about that I think are important. Dan Brisse, known for his iconic clips jumping off buildings, lately has started making inspirational content about buying them. I can't help but wonder if Dan Brisse has actually just ousted himself as someone who has a strange obsession with buildings, right? Like he was like, jumping off them is not enough. Now I must own them and tell you about it. When it comes to fashion, I did see a snow kit that does the incredible task of making a full-size adult look like Bad Boy Noah. One important video that came out was Seb Toots doing 22 sports in one take. Many commented, what can't he do? One possible answer, make a snowboard video anymore. And finally, Coke kingpin and former Olympic Canadian Ryan Wedding was recently captured by the FBI after turning himself in. Not before trolling the FBI on Instagram, of course. And I gotta say, I'm a little upset, frankly. I was kind of rooting for the guy. You know, it's like, what is America going after a Canadian downhill snowboarder for? You know, like, since when does America care so much about illegal border crossers? Oh. Fuck ice.
These are weird. You got web fingers. Flush magazine.
Dogs are connected to your hat still.
Wait.